What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hotel Shop with your boy Howard. Listen, first of all, happy Saturday, everybody. I wanted to touch on this particular topic because I've been seeing a lot of videos and conversation about this, and I'm sure y'all have as well. So, Tabitha Brown as well as Funky Dineva have been up under a lot of heat and backlash they've been receiving for their comments based around people going back to 9 to 5 jobs, or people that already work 9 to 5s, like us regular people, right? And my question for you guys is, before we get started, are you offended or are you on the side of being unfazed? Right? And just kind of have your answer in your head before we get started, and then we'll move forward. Okay. So, like I always say, if you're new here, kick off your shoes and get comfortable because we family, baby. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. And without further ado, y'all ready? Let's get it!
Yes, I'm Jay. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase. You'll try to come back when you faint.
Okay, so I'm trying to see which one I wanted to start on first. And I think I'm going to start with Tabitha's video. And just to go ahead and give you guys my side where I am. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to let Tabitha's video play so we can receive this message together. And I'm going to tell y'all how I received the message. Okay. So let me share the screen.
Real quick, this is not to discourage you, because I want us to be clear about that first. Okay. You gotta been in this place for a long time. Okay. Now listen, you got good ideas, baby. You got good ideas. Your execution is not as good. Okay. Your follow through, not as good. The ideas though are great. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody, and that doesn't mean it's not for you. But right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Baby, it ain't been working for you. Okay. And you're doing a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay. You done got yourself in some mess, and it's time for you to get a job. You hear me? You just gonna need to get a job for a little while. Okay. It don't mean your ideas ain't good. Okay. It don't mean that maybe one day you could be a good entrepreneur, but you have proven to yourself and everybody else that you owe money to. Okay. That it ain't working right now. Okay. It ain't worked for a while. It actually has never worked yet. Doesn't mean it won't ever work. But right now you need to go to work. You're gonna need to get a job. Okay. And then keep working towards it. But at least you'll have a job while you are pursuing that thing. But right now, you need to get a job, baby. All right? That's it. I love you.
Okay, so I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I think that the thing about social media that I really dislike is that people would take bits and pieces and clips from videos and they'll run with it without having full context, right? And then you have some people that are there listening to respond, not to actually hear. And I feel like it doesn't faze me at all what she said or offended me at all. Because when you listen to the message, she's clearly stating to a selected group of individuals that are trying to call themselves being entrepreneurs, right? But they've gotten so far in debt and where they're owing people and they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like, she's saying all these things. She's speaking to a selective group of individuals that are calling themselves wanting to branch out and be in this entrepreneurship world when they're actually not ready for it. And it's showing in the way that they are showing up to the world, and it's reflected in them. How she said, you already owe a lot of people. She's talking to them. Like, if you're not one of those people that's trying to call yourself an entrepreneur and you're not in a lot of debt, you don't owe a lot of people, you ain't been having to rob Peter to pay Paul to try to make it work. If you're not one of those people, I'm confused with understanding why you will be offended. And she did another follow-up video where she was like further explaining, but it's no sense in it because I got it from the first time I seen it. And so I don't know. I'm just curious to know if you aren't one of the people that falls up under that category of who she's describing, and you're not one of those individuals that's in that predicament. I'm just curious to know why you are offended. I'm honestly curious. And I'm open to understanding. I just want to know why you are offended, for those that are offended by what she stated. Even after she's made that video to clarify, it's confusing to me to understand whether people are actually upset at her, for the message because it hit them, or if they just don't like her, just mad to just be mad and giving fake outrage. I'm just curious because that's what it seems like to me, I guess on the outside looking in, because it's kind of like, did you listen to the message? She's not talking to everybody that call themselves trying to be an entrepreneur at all. She's talking to that selective group. And if you are part of that selective group and you are offended, then my question would be, are you offended because you feel like you're being called out? Are you offended because you're still in that predicament and you feel like you don't need to hear nothing like that because you feel like you're going to figure it out? I'm just curious to know because I feel like a lot of people, and I'm speaking about the black community, a lot of people in the black community out, they don't like to hear the harsh truth. It'll become more so them being offended, especially when when they don't have friends that will tell them the honest truth, or from the outside looking in for the best, and this could be for their best interest. They still don't want to hear that. And so that's why a lot of times you have people that don't even be open to being friends and meeting new people and being friends with them, because people are not actually ready to have the kind of friends that are going to hold them accountable and call them out on stuff like that and let them know straight up they're not open to that in the black community. It's sad, but it's so true. So I'm just curious to know from Tab's response, if y'all tell me, like, if y'all were offended or unfazed. For me, like I said, it didn't offend me or phase me. It didn't, because she wasn't talking to me. I can hear and understand and comprehend exactly who she's talking to. So yeah, now let's move on to Funky Dineva. Now, there's a clip going around where Funky Dineva is stating that no bitch that's working a 9 to 5, a cubicle job. Clip, and he's going on like this little slight rant, right? And just saying like, you work a regular job, but no bitch that has a 3-digit extension at the end of her phone number or have an office desk with a nameplate come for him. And it's got a lot of people upset. And so, as y'all know, I always say that Funky Dineva is my favorite YouTuber. But I want to be very clear. One thing y'all got to know about Howard, not Hoja, about Howard, is I can enjoy your content. I can like you as a person and find you entertaining and funny. But I'm never one of those people that's just gonna overlook something that sounds crazy and not call you out on it or just let you slide with it. I'm not one of them type of people. Love Funky Dineva's content. I love Funky Dineva's his intellect. I've learned without even asking him, but just learn tips and stuff from him when he does speak about people that's doing content. I get a lot of knowledge from Funky Dineva. I love his commentary though. But because I saw the video, the entire video of that response, what y'all seen, this clip that's going around, I've said to myself, I said, it's crazy because I wonder if a lot of these people actually went back and watched that entire part of YouTube, because what happened is people took that small clip and they put it out to the masses. And so everybody that works a regular 9 to 5 are so pissed off. A lot of people are so pissed off and upset about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not offended or fazed by that either. I'm just be honest with you. I'm not offended or fazed by that because I know that he was not talking to me, and also because I know exactly who he was talking to. And I said I was going to do him last because I want to go ahead and play this. And I want you guys to watch this in its entirety, right? Because for a minute before I made this video, I kept asking myself, I'm like, well, damn, am I being selfish because it doesn't offend me? Like, am I being selfish? Like, why am I not offended? Like I kept asking myself that, and I kept watching people's responses, and I'm like, damn. But I guess it's because context matters. And I knew who he was talking to. The thing about it is, people don't understand that that is actually his response to being triggered, upset, hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like pissed. That was his response. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't look like it. It looks like that is what he was just saying in this commentary, just directly saying it to regular people working 9 to 5. And this is what I want you to do. If you are one of the people that did see that clip going around and you are offended about what Funky Dineva said, I want you to just stay here. I want you to listen to this entire clip, because you're going to hear everything that was said that led up to him saying that. And after you listen to everything that he said that led up to him saying that, then I want you to drop down in the comments for those that did get offended and honestly tell me how you feel afterwards. Granted, listening to the clip as many times as I listen to it, I can put myself in regular people's shoes that may not follow Funky Dineva or be real subscribers to him or know about his content, and it just come down your timeline. Yeah, I can very much so see how anybody that works a regular 9 to 5 job could be like, who the hell is this motherfucker? I know he did. I can get it. I can see that. I understand that. And I feel like if you are one of those, you have every right to feel the way that you do. I'm 100% behind you feeling that way. You got every right. And is it wrong because you don't care to go to listen further? No, I'm not saying it's wrong. And you wouldn't be wrong for not want to go listen further, because if you're just a stranger and somebody that just does not know him or his content, and I hear somebody like that just talking like that, hell no, bitch, I don't want to go hear nothing else you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because you already done pissed me off because I'm offended. So like, you already giving too much to me, so you ain't my type of vibe. Just listening to that clip, that's how I would feel. So I understand wholeheartedly how any of y'all that feel offended, that don't follow him and subscribe to him and stuff and ain't watch the full video. I understand, baby. I do. I'm telling you, I do. I can put myself in your shoes and get it. Like, I wouldn't want to hear nothing else the bitch got to say either. I feel you. But as me being who I am, I just want to challenge you to listen to exactly what led up to that in its entirety. And then I want you to tell me how you feel. Okay? Yeah, because I want context matters. And then when you think about it, after you watch this, for those of y'all that probably did watch the whole thing already or whatever, just listen to after you watch this clip and listen to how it goes into the little smile. It goes into the clip that everybody's been sent around. And it'll make you just be like, it's crazy that social media is like this, because nobody is even playing all of that. That's the only part they playing. But listen, I'm going to play it so we can all kind of like be on one accord. Everybody can kind of understand each other. But I just want to at least give it the benefit of the doubt just for a second, and let's hear him out, okay?
Something really struck me. It struck a nerve with me as I was preparing for the show today. I was just reading over some comments, and it made me coin a term, and I don't even know if this is already a term that's coined, but the term that I want to coin is weaponized misogyny. This situation, and just for clarity, this next set of commentary is directed specifically towards people who was born with a vagina in between their legs and in their butt. This comment is specifically for women. And it just amazes me sometimes how people of the female persuasion will be the first person to stand up and call out misogyny when it doesn't benefit them, but then they want to lean on misogyny when they're able to weaponize it and get their way out of it. So I'm going to pat myself on the back and say that across this last week, I've been successful in flipping the narrative in this situation with me and Tamar, right? Like, I feel like I've done a very good job of defending myself and calling out inconsistencies and pointing out facts to the point now where there is not a person alive that thinks I did something nefarious to this woman. Not to mention, for all of y'all out there that just sat up and made all types of ID channel think pieces, I'll be sitting back actually waiting on apology videos and waiting for you to say I was wrong and waiting for you to say, it's silly of me that I sat on the internet and made whole 30 and 40-minute videos, 20-minute videos with 2 bullet points worth of information, and I filled in everything else with my own creative juices and sauces, because that's what y'all did. Y'all filled in the gaps. Y'all made up the stories that fit whatever narrative that you had already developed in your mind.
So really quick, just so we're clear, he's speaking to the women that got online and was spreading this misinformation that he was trying to drug Tamar, saying to get him locked up, bring charges on him. This is him responding to everybody that was still trying to find a reason not to apologize after he pretty much aired Tamar out like the truth. And he had been waiting before this video for all of them to come back and apologize and say they was wrong, they had it wrong, but they didn't. They only kind of tried to go a little further in to get around just saying, I messed up, we wrong for the way we did Funky Dineva. That is what the context of this is about, just so we clear, okay?
Now that the dust has settled and I have unequivocally put that situation and put her in their respective places, now the narrative has become, but you a man arguing with a woman. But you a man arguing with a woman, just like a punk, just like a faggot. But you a whole man. I never respect him. He a whole man. He a whole man arguing with a woman. And let me explain something to y'all.
Context matters. I think that the women that does that are the same women that be just dry coming for other folks, and they do this offensive stuff. That's why I say context matters. No matter how tough Funky Dineva portray to be, even myself, not he a faggot, he a punk. That shit is offensive. Those words are extremely hurtful and offensive words to us. I want to make that clear to those that may not know. Those 2 words are offensive as fuck. Those are slurs we do not like. We hate. Okay? It's offensive. But it's a lot of people, a lot of them females that still be doing it when they get upset. It's offensive.
Something to y'all. Until the day I die, I'll be a whole man that's going to argue with a woman. I'll argue with a woman. I'll argue with a child. I'll argue with another man. And I'll argue with an elderly person. You are not about to use other men's fragile ego, their fragile masculinity, their fragile pride, and try to flip that around and use it as a tool to browbeat me into submission. Okay? The question that I have for all of you guys who are of the persuasion that he's such a faggot, he out there arguing with a woman. So
Y'all hear the question that he have for you guys, that he's such a faggot. He argued with women. This is who he is talking to, y'all. Y'all following me? This is who he talking to. If you know you're not one of them that's been saying stuff like that, which, like I said, I do thank God that a lot of my demographic, when I look at it, is around my age group, which is like 35 to 44. I think that a lot of Funky Dineva demographics around the same age group. But I think that a lot of times this comes from people that are that are much younger and not within that age group. A lot of times that's what I see. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's seldomly that we see it a lot within the black women that's within our. It's seldomly. I just feel like black women that are between like that age group, 35, 45 and up, they were before the social media era. They were before all of this crazy hate childish shit. We come from a different era. I just think that it's that they don't give that. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's seldomly that the girls around our age bracket, the women, I'm sorry, give that and just sit up calling people faggots and punks. Most black women around that age bracket are grown. You know what I'm saying? They don't give that. They know about those words from way back before any of this shit was a thing, when we still had payphones and Nokia phones and flip phones. You know what I'm saying? So just understand who he's talking to, because he's making it clear.
So because the person you're rooting for lost, now I'm arguing for a woman. So let me ask you a question for all of my he's a man arguing with a woman people. What was I supposed to do? Women, because I'm talking to y'all specifically. You hate misogyny when it's used against you, but you want to lean on it when you think it benefits you. So you're not winning the argument. You lost the fight. You look bad at this point. No one believes you at this point. You're looking crazy at this point. Said man did what he's supposed to do. And instead of just taking the L, apologizing, being empathetic, being diplomatic, and seeing that this man was out here fighting for his life, or this man had the right to defend himself, you still can't even give me that. All this transpired, and the best you can come up with is he a man arguing with a woman.
Now, after y'all hear that part, I want y'all to think about something. Since all this shit happened with him and Tamar, and he aired Tamar out and really told the true T what was really going on, have y'all seen any videos of any of them women that made them videos about him drugging her and saying get him locked up with the Atlanta police and stuff? Have y'all seen anybody apologizing? I mean, if I have missed something, let me know. But I haven't seen not one. But I'm curious, have any of y'all seen on y'all end any videos of any of them women apologizing to this man, or owning that they made mistake, they messed up, and they was wrong for saying all this shit about him? I'm just curious.
Instead of saying what you really want to say, but your spirit won't allow you to because you too ornery, which was, damn, I was wrong about Funky Dineva. Like all those bottled up feelings of resentment and anger that a lot of y'all feeling right now towards me, the way you fix that, I'm going to give you an out. This is how you fix it. I don't like Funky Dineva. I rarely agree with Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva gets on my nerves, but he got this one. He did that. I was wrong. That's it. And I promise you, all those unresolved feelings that you feel in your chest, it'll make them all go away. See, the problem is many of y'all spent the whole weekend trying to villainize me. Then you move the goalpost. Then I hit your ass with another receipt. Then you move the goalpost again. Then I hit your ass with another receipt. Then you move the goalpost again. And then when you realize, okay, bitch, I can't move the goalpost no more, then y'all want to move the battle to a plane that can't be qualified. Oh, now he a man arguing with a woman. And again, that only works on men with fragile egos. Fragile egos. I have been called and considered less than a man ever since I was in elementary school, baby. Okay. Maybe y'all husbands, maybe y'all brothers, maybe y'all daddies get their panties in a bunch real quickly when somebody calls their manhood into question. My manhood has been called into question since I was in the 3rd grade. I'm 42 years old. That doesn't work for me. That don't work for me. He less than a man. I sure am. I sure am. And I'm so proud of it. And I am so proud of me. And no matter what, I am so proud of me for standing up for myself in this situation and doing whatever I needed to do in this situation to make myself feel good.
when you listen and hearing all of this, I'm just curious and I don't know, I'm just kind of eager to know people's responses after they hear all of this because he was fucking offended. He was hurt. He was triggered. That's that man career that all them women was making them videos. Them girls was saying some real crazy stuff about this man doing something to Tamar. And I'm just kind of baffled that nobody got online and apologized or just admitted that, like, hey, I don't like that bitch, but I was wrong. I still don't like him, but I was wrong. I don't get people sometimes, y'all. Just being honest, I don't.
And to make myself feel whole and to make myself feel right. And y'all hoes can kiss my ass. And for that, I will forever be less than a man, a punk, a sissy. It makes me a proud punk and a proud sissy that I can hold my head up high and not succumb to societal pressures and misogynistic interests of calling me less than a man. It makes me feel real good. And last but not least, so we can just move on. You will never be able to hurt my feelings or browbeat me into submission and you don't live the life I live. I'm sorry. This is going to sound rude and it's going to sound very disrespectful. I will never upset my makeup or disturb my tears for no bitch that get up and go to work every day.
When you hear this, do you realize that he wasn't talking to you? I'm just curious to know how people feel after they like listen to this. You realize he's talking to a specific group. He's talking to them group of hoes that did that shit to him online. None of what he's saying is for everybody else. Y'all see what led up to this.
There is nothing that a bitch who work out of a cubicle or a desk with a name placard on it, or there is nothing who bitch last name appear with a 3-digit extension next to the name on the company directory that can ever say to me to upset my makeup and disturb my tears, baby. We don't even play in the same life.
Yeah, I can go ahead and stop because everybody, y'all done heard pretty much the rest. So yeah, my question is, when you hear all of that and then go into that in the part that's going around online, I'm just curious to know, like, how does that make y'all feel for those that may have been offended or took offense to what he said? Because he definitely wasn't talking to everybody. He was pissed off at them hoes that did that shit to him, which I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can talk shit all day long to me. I can go toe to toe. I can go with the best of them when it comes to talking some shit. What I'm not gonna ever do though is lie on you. And what I also ain't gonna do is assassinate your character. I can read the shit out of a bitch. Anybody, like, I don't give a goddamn. I can find some crazy shit to say, but I ain't gonna assassinate your character. I'm gonna read you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna assassinate your character. Definitely not that person. I can go toe to toe with you without lying on you or assassinating your character. I don't gotta do that. And I think that the internet, the way that social media is, people feel like they have a right to hit you and say some of the most egregious things to you. And when you respond, then it's like this. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like for every action, there's a reaction. Like, them girls got online and said some really fucked up shit about this man, trying to get this man locked up. And he not supposed to be mad. Woman, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, he not supposed to be mad. Now, like I said, if you don't know Funky and you just got that video, the clip just came, I can understand. I'm a cancer bitch. I always said, y'all, I can't tell nobody how to feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I put myself in somebody's shoes and understand exactly why they would feel the way that they do, right? But I'm curious to know, once you listen to the video, that whole part in its entirety, and you got the context of where he was coming from, how does that make you feel? Also, I've had a question about this and see, it's crazy because it's typical when I have had to get into it with some females online, it be them younger hoes. And you know what? They say the same crazy shit to me. They'll say shit like, why you arguing with a woman, or why is a man in women business? And I'd be like, y'all sound so dumb and stupid as a motherfucker, because girl, that's just like all this shit going on with Thugger snitching with these niggas in the interrogation room and all of that. You see a whole bunch of females right involved with everybody else running their mouth. Do you ever hear anybody say, why y'all in men business? Get up, this men business. This ain't got nothing to do with no female. The only female involved in all of this stuff is Mariah, the scientist, because that's the girlfriend, and he on the phone with her. But outside of that, everything else is nothing but men. That's it. This is street shit. Like, literally, like, it's men, prisoners, jailers, street niggas, rappers. That's it. But nobody ever says, why is women speaking on men business? What, you know what I'm saying? So why does it, these little girls get on here talking about a man speaking on woman business? Baby, this is social media. This is called engagement. This is what social media is for. There's no such thing as women business on social media. We talk to each other. That's what engagement is about. And it's funny because this just started like maybe a year or so ago. We started hearing this being and talking about in women business. Shut the fuck up and get off social media. This is social media. Ain't no nothing on social media is segregated. Like ain't shit on here segregated. Bitch, we all just engaging. It's engagement. That to me is just the craziest, most immature, childish shit. Cause it's like, girl, when have you ever heard a nigga tell you in the comment section when they talk about niggas stuff, stay in a woman's place, get out of men? You know what I'm saying? Now them niggas might get on podcasts and be talking shit, saying shit about what a woman needs to do. And y'all know I can't stand shit like that. They all can get put in a drive-by when it comes to them niggas doing them podcasts. But I'm just saying, you don't ever hear no men in no damn comments saying, why you coming on men business? That's so immature to me. Like, girl, we engaging. This is what social media is about. We're engaging within each other. This is what we're supposed to do. Like, girl, if you don't want to be involved and be, have a discourse and with everybody else, baby, go watch Lamb Chops Play Along. Go pull up the Teletubbies. Go pull up Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or Reading Rainbow Hell. But get your ass off social media if you one of them. That's because that is so immature. Stop calling men sassy. That's another word that became popular. Just everything is said. Like, stop calling these men people sassy because you saying something cute and they clap back at you. That ain't sassy. If you say something smart to somebody and fly with them, stop thinking that because you are a girl that a nigga can't say nothing back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop that. Where do y'all get that from? If that's the case, just don't say nothing to them. Don't say nothing offensive to that person if that's the case. That's not how the world works. We're grown people. You can't hide behind, no, well, you shouldn't be arguing with you shouldn't be on social media then popping your shit. Like, be that high and holy sanctified person and go sit up in the church with Marvin sap and wine and be fake with all of that. Girl, this is social media. This is a world of reality we living in. If you gonna be in here, we all gonna engage like it's what it's meant for. Social media is not created. To me, that is so crazy when I hear that. It'd be like, we talking to children. It's always a little young ghetto bitch that do shit like that. When she be saying something crazy, then I be the popular. Same thing with a child. I be the same way. I do agree with fucking the diva. Your child get in my goddamn comment section because she just snuck and grabbed your phone, him or her, and they 8 or 9 years old, and say something crazy and call me a fag or something cute. I'm gonna light his ass up. I'm gonna light her ass up. Yes, and I'm honest enough to admit I have definitely done it before. I have had a little girl on TikTok that was getting cute with me and talking shit, and I put a picture of Rerun up next to her ass on that goddamn page and said, oh well, your mama better get that goddamn phone back then. Just who the fuck your ass look like? Rerun, bitch. Please don't play with me. Don't play with me, baby. Listening to your mom and grabbing her phone, being grown. No, I'm gonna light your ass up. You're gonna be somewhere crying for real, eating on crayons. You are not exempt. Don't bring your ass up here playing with me, baby. This is bumper to bumper traffic. You better wait till you turn 18 before you run out here in this field. Cause baby, it's all smoke. Gloves is coming out. I ain't letting nobody making you come fucking with me. I ain't gonna fuck with you now. I ain't gonna just come fucking with you, but you come fucking with me, you better hide that whole page better be private by the time I get to it. You 9 years old. Oh, okay. Your ass gonna wish you was working on your timetable and up over here. But y'all drop down in the comments to let me know what y'all think about all of this. Honestly speaking, after y'all listen to this in entirety, that clip, how does that make y'all feel? If y'all do still feel offended, y'all get it right to, because like I said, I can't tell y'all how to feel. I'm just curious to know with the context, what are you guys' opinions, especially my grown black women, my girls that's level-headed, for real, that be, we be here. I really want to know what y'all thoughts are. I want to know what y'all be thinking, because, y'all be reminding me of my mom and them. So I be needing to hear from my smart girlies, but let me know how y'all feel about all of this with Tabitha Brown too, and Funky Dineva, and we can chop it up later. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. I love y'all. Peace.
Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Why is this so funny? Oh, yeah, just me, alright. Oh, yeah, why is this so funny?